Watertight compartment sealed, sir. Hello everyone. Nick doing just a bit of I don't know really. Just a bit of navy waffle, as it were. Royal Navy Engineering, Naval Engineering Officers waffle. Anyway, that's what I haven't signed on to do that. I've signed on to bring you the second update on my Airfix 172 scale fairey swordfish Mark 1. Right, before I do so, shout outs to Model Pro Sensitive Penny, Basic Movement Rob, Print Movement Chris, Aaron Noons, Atomic Dog 32 Brian, Alex Modelling, Cleo1 Lewis, Making Models Again Gary, Shane Harland, Waterloo 745, Warren Blanche, Long 757 Pete, Dad's Guy Spartech, RASDB, Callum Wilding, Miles Troy Q, Dead Ram Tom, Mr. Z Kits, AZ Kits, Airfix Freak, Andrew Coins, Andy Model, Mr. Mosquito WS, Cool Fan JNU, Trainboy 220, Golden Eagle, James Deva, James Day, James Dival 64, Crazy Kid with a Crazy Modeler, Hobby Modeler, UK Scale Modeler, Mr. Great Models, do look for the update, Paul Marsh, Engine Josso, Miss Regan, Dan, Max, Marion, Ellie, Mila, Kelsey, Kira, Chloe, Mum, Haley, Billy, June, Greg, Lynn, Lenny, Ashley, Alex, Andrew, Gavin, George, Tristan, Tom, John, Joe, Sam, Caroline, Luke, Lisa, Lucy, Louie, Debbie, Nico, and Charlotte. Speak to you soon. Right, update for you. Swordfish. Right, as you can now probably gather, I have now installed both the pilot and the rear gunner, and the rear gunner's Vickers 303 Lewis gun mounting bar into the fuselage. What I did was I merged the pilot and the navigator to the port side, let them dry a while, then merged the starboard side with, of course, with the bog standard washing pegs to clamp the fuselage halves together, because I find they clamp. I find providing the fuselage is fairly flat, you actually get a good tension. If you put the compression, if you actually put the clamping part of the peg on the fuselage, it gives it the right tension. So yeah, that's what I did to clamp it. Other than the cutout for the Lewis gun and the holes for the stabilizers and that little hole for the hole for the engine and that bit, there's actually no gaps at all, and I've looked thoroughly everywhere. No gaps at all. Joins well, fits well. Joins well in terms of fits and gaps. And if you're wondering if there's why there's two holes in the bottom of on the underside, on what will be the underside, those two apertures, if you can call them that, will be where the torpedo mounts onto. Will be where the torpedo mounts into. So that's the reason for them. Right, so let me just give you a good look. As you can probably see, I've also the painting of the, not that you can see it very well, but the inside of the fuselage, you can see some of it through the hole where the engine's going to be going. Well, where the engine's going rather. I've painted it where the engine's going and the pilot's, and behind the pilot's seat. Most of the fuselage is cockpit green, Humbrol 78, Humbrol number 70, Humbrol 78. So yeah, that's that really in terms. That's that in terms of that. So yeah, you've got the old fuselage there. So yeah, that's the old fuselage. So yeah, that's the current progress, so to speak, of the so yeah, that's the current progress. Obviously the obviously there's quite a few bits missing off of it, but obviously eventually it'll have its, so the apertures for it, like for some components, i.e. the gun, the wing, the two struts that hold the middle section of the top wing on, and the two apertures for the lower wing, for the two struts that join the lower wing to the fuselage are also embedded into the fuselage. So yeah, that's the old fuselage now, well, completed ish. Well, that's the fuselage anyway. So yeah, you're probably wondering when's my next update going to be. Well, it won't be till I've assembled the engine, which I've painted all the parts. And that, well, when I say all the parts, the inside of the cowlings, of the engine cowling, Humbrol 78, the actual nut, that spins the prop, the actual nut that spins the prop and locks it into the actual nut that locks the propeller in place, and that little side bit there is how the engine locks, and that little bit on there where my finger is actually how the engine slots in, because the engine, you've actually got the bank of the actual whole set of radial engine, the whole set of cylinders, the whole cylinders of the Bristol Pegasus radial engine, and then you've got I think it's either the exhaust manifold behind that. It'll either be I can't remember. I think it's either the exhaust manifold or the ignition coil. But if I know correctly, on aircraft, I mean, I don't know how it is, because obviously how it is with it, I should know really, because I've been doing aircraft. I do aircraft engines, models of them, particularly radials. But I know from my experience with cars. Obviously it's different with a car, because with the car it's an inline engine. Obviously inline engines, the spark plugs are in the cylinders, and they're all connected. They're connected, and they're all in the cylinders, and they're on top of the exhaust manifold. Now with the radial engine it's different, because you haven't got, well, yes, obviously the ignition, obviously the spark plugs are in the radial, but the bits of, like the frame that has all that wiring that connects to it is a little bit more different, because usually on a radial engine, generally speaking, the exhaust manifold's at the back, because then that comes from the exhaust manifold down into the exhaust pipe itself. But I'll have to check on that, so I'll have to look at this Bristol Pegasus radial engine to get a picture of it and see what's what, because obviously I don't know much about the old Bristol Pegasus radial engine. So if anyone if anyone knows a bit more than I do about the Bristol Pegasus radial engine, could you jot me a note down, please? And that would be helpful, tremendously helpful. So yeah. Anyway, I was just saying, I want to say now, assembled the fuselage. I've now assembled the fuselage. I'm going to be working on the radial engine next. yeah, I'm going to be working on the radial engine next, and then yeah, it'll be going on from there. Yeah, so till the next update with the radial engine, all that needs to say is paint your hands, face, glue on your hands and face, don't annoy your parents, speak with them, have fun modelling. I'll catch you guys on the next vid with the Bristol Pegasus radial engine fully assembled. Alright, good. Right, catch you guys on the next vid. Alright, bye gentlemen. Bye. Bye bye. Bye.